Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have another Challenger Pro Player review for you today. This is Meteos for the new jungler for 100 Thieves over in the LCS. I wanted to show this game in particular because Olaf has risen in popularity. I think he's really strong on the new preseason patch because new spawn timers on camps. Olaf's one of the fastest jungle clearers in the game, and also his ability to do dragons. Dragons is becoming really, really important with the new dragon souls and the elder dragon sort of change. So he can just solo those really easily, especially with his passive, where basically the lower health you are, the more attack speed and the more attack speed you gain, and lifesteal with vicious strikes as well. So really, really strong for solo and objectives. And this game in particular by Meteos is definitely a very hard carry game. There is a couple of like inefficient mistakes he makes, but overall pretty solid game. So as usual, I've already taken a bunch of notes on this game. You can read those over on my blog, and I also have the room page for Olaf here. So this is a pretty standard room page, is what I ran in my gameplay video as well. You go Conqueror, Triumph, Legend Alacrity, Last Stand, really, really good for the skirmishing power. This really works well. Like low health Olaf is like the most terrifying thing in skirmishes, so that's good. Magical Footwear just helps you get your build much better, and Approach Velocity just works so well with his Q. So let's jump into this game here. So this game was played yesterday, I think it was. Alright, so we're looking like, anyway, let's just get Meteos' vision here. So quick analysis of team comps as well, lane matchups, thinking about what kits you can use as a jungler to gank. We have a Quinn into Pantheon, not much CC there, but Olaf does chop down Pantheon pretty hardcore, especially since he has true damage with his E. Into Lee Sin, sort of varies, like Lee Sin matchup is always interesting for jump. Like Lee Sin is a very skill-based champion, so Lee Sin can like kite you, play like smart, jump around, dodge your Qs and stuff like that. But in a straight-up 1v1, like just auto-attacking each other, Olaf beats Lee Sin every time. He has the Oriana into a Vlad, not much CC here, and Vlad is pretty annoying with his W, so that's pretty hard to gank. But the good thing about it is that when Vlad Ws, he won't slow you through Olaf's ultimate, so you can absolutely keep up to him. He can't exactly kite you, so really reliant on him doing a good W there. And then you have a Jhin and Alistar into Gragas, Tristana. This is pretty slippery lane, to be honest, but you can utilize Alistar CC with Jhin, so bot's looking pretty gankable. I'd love to impact bot this game, and top definitely. Mid, I'm happy for this to scale. Oriana Olaf is a really good combo as well. So that's just quickly thought process in regards to the champions in this game. So we do invade, we get Lee Sin's flush early, which is really good. Meteos decides to base here, which is pretty risky position, but I think this is fine. So notice he chucks a ward here. So invades, throws a ward. I think he switches to sweeper now. And what this will do is now he will have information where Lee Sin has started on the map 100%. So really, really good for just early game information in terms of tracking the jungler. You can't always do that because, you know, invades are risky, but they were there anyway, so why not chuck a ward, get a sweeper. So start with Q, start in blue. I really think that the blue and red start thing doesn't really matter for Olaf. You like power farm the jungle like so fast, like you're gonna be able to use both your buffs pretty effectively on the map. So yeah, I mean, I think in my gameplay video I started red top side clear. So I think either again you sort of want to think about where you want to be like on the map. So you know, let's say if you're starting blue, that means that he's going to be top side at around the 3:30 to 4:30 minute mark, and then base will go bot side around 5 minutes, like 6 minutes. So starting blue buff. Right, so as you can see, Olaf now, Meteos now knows that he has not taken blue yet. His Lee Sin's obviously done red start. Alright, so now you need to think that, so Meteos now knows that Lee Sin is topside 100% because he hasn't level 3, like level 2 or level 3 ganked bot, and it's in not a good position. He hasn't ganked mid right now, so he's 100% topside. So he needs to be pretty cautious here, to be honest. I'll be pretty cautious doing this red buff. He could have invaded. But you see now, you notice that Meteos does not go for his Krugs at all here. This means that he wants to come here because he knows that. So Quinn here is his waves pushing. He's suddenly vulnerable. He knows Lee Sin is 100% topside. So Lee Sin has two options. Lee Sin's either going to gank this, or he's going to base, or gank mid, or base and go bot side. So Meteos wants to match him right now. Potentially do a counter gank. But he is seen on that ward. The sweeper does save him there. So now Lee Sin knows where Olaf is. And Lee Sin does show mid right now for a gank. Quinn and Olaf are coming to help. They probably chase a little too far and kill Vlad. They end up killing Ori. Remember, Lee Sin doesn't have flash because they burnt it earlier. And Meteos gets the double kill, gets reset on blue and red buff. So absolutely in the driver's seat right now. 2-0, 1400 gold. We're going to get this Rift Scuttler. Really good start for Meteos here. And again, you could say that like that was, you know, right place, like right time. But the fact that he skipped Krugs to look to pressure the map, if he did Krugs there, that wouldn't have happened. So this is sort of like, again, thinking about where Lee Sin is tracking the enemy jungler. Alright, so this part I disagree with from Meteos. Meteos goes to check bot side jungle. Lee Sin being topside means he 100% could not have gotten bot scuttle. Obviously, he's going to base and go bot side. And being a 2-0 Olaf, I would want to base off this Rift Scuttler. And I want to get into, my mindset right now is to get into Lee Sin's face as much as possible. So you have a level advantage. You're going to have the gold advantage of 2-0. Get into his face, like potentially like gank bot, like come here, get a pink ward. Like, you know Lee Sin's going to be bot. Let's keep pressuring, keeping the pressure on. Like right now, you're sort of letting Lee Sin get back into the game. So Meteos decides to now gank mid. And again, what I don't like about this is that Lee Sin is like most likely bot side. And like his base, he's bought like Skirmisher Saber. So he's like not necessarily stronger, but he's just got this advantage that shouldn't, like he shouldn't potentially have over a 2-0 Olaf. So we show mid, and he's going for bot scuttle now. Pretty ineffective gank, and Lee Sin does get a double kill now here. So again, thinking about where Lee Sin was, the right move was to base off that scuttle, and again, he could have, Meteos could have impacted here, and this is just tracking jungler 101. So Lee Sin hasn't got this Rift Scuttler, so Meteos can take this. A little risky, but Lee Sin doesn't go for it, so we get this for free. Burns the smite. Lee Sin just runs for his life. Alright, Lee Sin actually is 3-1 right now, but he hasn't bought, so... Alright, so Meteos takes those camps, bases. So I really like this base for Meteos. He doesn't decide to do his camps because he has 1800 gold. Really needs to be strong on the map, and to do that you need to spend your gold. If he does these camps, it's just going to make his path really awkward. So base, let's go top side again, maybe clear down, and then look for dragon as it comes up. So he doesn't have enough for a pink ward, which is unfortunate, but sort of happens. Warrior is pretty, I mean, the Warhammer is a very, very strong item for him. So Meteos goes bot here, I would assume because Dragon is up, but I wouldn't be too concerned about Dragon right now because like mid's pushed in, Vlad's low, and you have a Rift Scuttler here. Like this is going to really deter Lee Sin from like potentially doing this Dragon. Like yes, he could like just jump over the wall and get it, but like again, really risky. Mid's pushing. I think the way more efficient thing here for Meteos to do is to come bot, clear all the way through here, and then look for Dragon. This is sort of a waste of time because now Meteos is going to be stuck on bot side of the map now, right? Because if he wants to contest this dragon. And the thing that also sucks about this is that he's not going to be able to have, because he doesn't have a control pink ward, it's going to be much harder to control this river here. Meteos does have sweeper, it is coming up soon, but I mean he could be walking on wards right now, he has no idea. So looking at a bot gank now. Gets Gragas' flash. Okay, so Gragas is low. Now we potentially think, is Dragon available, an option? Yes, it is. Lee Sin is topside. Mid is pushed in. Orianna has just got back from base. So, yes, I think this is a very good time to do Dragon. Jungler topside, you just take something on the other side of the map, and Dragon's a very good opportunity. So, Lee Sin's sort of mistake there, and Meteos does really well to capitalize on it. Lee Sin's still topside. Alright, so now Meteos sees Lee Sin top. Rift Scuttler's spawning soon. Lee just jumps around, very slippery champion. There's no way Lee Sin can fight an Olaf right now, especially with Warhammer. So, gets this for free, mid's pushed in. Blue bot side's starting to come up now. So Pantheon ults a flashless Orianna here, so let's just leave this. There's no way that's going to be salvageable. Alright, so Meteos just clearing bot side now. He's 700 gold. This is fine. Let's get some camps. Decides to go on mid wave here. Okay, I really don't think it was worth showing on mid wave. I'll actually note that down there. Especially when like camps drop, like you only got 4 creeps for that. And, you know, showing mid, walking into top side now tells the entire team, like Lee Sin could be coming in here and just taking this right now and potentially diving bot. So, slight mistake there, I think, by Meteos. But we're still in a good position, we're still 2-0. Alright, they try and engage onto mid, so Olaf sticks around just in case they're trying to do any tricky dives. Alright, so it skips his camps, going straight bot side, but they back off. The wave's pushed in. There's no reason to gank anymore because they're going to back off. There's no wave, no minions for the enemy team to take. Alright, so Lee Sin is really trying to snowball this Pantheon. Although Lee Sin keeps taking the kills, which is not actually that bad then for the Quinn, but you're still setting him far behind. So alright, so Alistair comes top, Pantheon is base in, mid is pushed in. This is a great opportunity to do Rift Herald. So notice here the way Jin is playing. This is really, really good. This is sort of like high elo for you. He knows that Alistair was not here, and the enemy team knows that Alistair was topside, so he has to just give up this tower and play really, really safe and try and farm from a distance. The idea is never make 2 plays at once. Olaf's taking Rift Herald, we're getting stuff topside. That means you're going to have to give stuff on the other side of the map. So pretty good play by Jin there. Orianna goes and helps Meteos get Rift. Okay, yeah, see, and this is what happens. They just dive the other side of the map. So Meteos sees this. Meteos knows that he can't help this anymore. Doesn't bother running down bot. Let's just push mid. Vlad's there. Let's keep up the pressure. Again, punish them for being on this side of the map. As you can see right now, like the team's not doing too good. Like 3-9, 2k gold down. Bot's like doing really well. Top's doing really well. Jungle's doing well. It's looking pretty rough this game. And like this play right here by Meteos, this is what is literally getting them back in the game. Like just kills Lee Sin, gets a shutdown, gets a bunch of damage on this tower. This is like a huge play turning point for this game for Meteos to start really snowballing. So really smart play to not bother helping top bot at all. Know when it's a lost cause, and just pressure somewhere else on the map. And so that's sort of, again, just showing the strength of Olaf. Like, he just tore apart Lee Sin, even though he was, 4-1. So Meteos is now 3-0. Dragon is an option, but he does have 2,700 gold. I would probably be looking to base here. Meteos does base. Again, you don't want to be contesting these objectives when you are much weaker than he could be. Like, he could be buying so much more items, get pink wards on the map. Really start snowballing this game. So it needs to go bot side now. With Infernal Drag coming up. Meteos does have a pink ward. I think he actually could have bought 2 pink wards if he sold refillable, but 1 pink ward is okay. Doing Dragon now, use pink wards to control some vision. Outsmarts the Lee Sin. Gets the kill. Alright, so now we're in a bit of a slow team fight. Awesome 3-man ults, but the thing is that we need to play this fight slow. We do have a numbers disadvantage here. Olaf does have ult, so we can potentially keep just chasing this, but I really like this slow play that they're doing. Slowly just adding axes, just going the back and forth route. Not just fully just walking in, committing, kiting. And this is where just Olaf just absolutely just machines through everyone. Meteos does die, they do get the flash from Vlad, but still pretty good. Looks like they're going to get still a bunch of kills, so red team definitely coming out ahead big time on this one. And again, that was mainly due to just the massive damage that Olaf was able to put out in that skirmish. Like sometimes Olaf is like in. Like when he's in, there's no going out, and you just have to, your mindset is I need to do as much damage as possible. I will probably die, but we're always going to come out ahead of it. That's like the way your mindset is for Olaf. Like Olaf is very not a champion where you expect him to not die. Like in team fights, you're either going to survive or you're going to survive on like 1 health, or you're going to be dead. So decides not to do red there, which I thought was interesting. I think the idea here is that Olaf, like so right now, like mid's dead, so they can be using that pressure to either choose this side of the map or this side of the map. But he wants to hover Orianna because she starts to pressure bot, so I think this is the right move to just do Raptors there and then walk down here, clear your jungle, and hover Orianna as she pushes this in. As you can see, they're trying to go for Orianna right here. So we should just leave this. Tristan has mid push. There's nothing more we can get here. This is a bit risky walking in here, to be honest, but Meteos is obviously confident in his ability for his team to follow him up. Alright, just doing red, clearing the jungle. Bit of a missed up combo by the Olaf. The Alistar. They do kill mid. Pantheon burns ult. Right, so now Meteos is just seen top. He knows that this guy is now alone, so he's safe to just absolutely kill this guy. So trying to chase him down. He really needs to hit a Q. Gets the smite and then slows him down and then finishes him off. So now Meteos is going to take this entire wave, and I really love this. When you're the carry of the team as a jungler, like right now Meteos is level 11. 3 level advantage over this Lee Sin. Like one of the highest levels in the game. Like he's just like doesn't care at all about his laners. I want to carry this game and get this tower, pressure them. Vlad's dead. Let's make the enemy team react to me. Bam, Tristana jumps in and dead. So Meteos is now 6-1-3, decides to let his team take the tower, just be efficient, take the enemy camps. Alright, so Meteos has 1700 gold, decides to stay on the map and wants to pressure mid before base in. And this is good to do here and there. Like, if your entire enemy team, like your entire team's based, you want to base soon, just go in and push in this if you know it's safe, to make them react, show on the wave, so then you can start getting some information and sort of make them do something whilst you're basing. So Dragon's coming up, Meteos really needs to base soon. Okay, so I want to show you something pretty interesting here that Meteos does, which is some pretty high level mind games. So Meteos kills this ward, channels his base, like Meteos saw them starting to, because he pushed in mid-wave, he saw them walk into the jungle here, and decides, hey, like I'm actually going to stick around, they think I'm basing, and I want to show you what the enemy team's jungle can see right now. So, this is the enemy team's vision. You see him base in. They didn't see him stop there, which I thought was pretty interesting. So they actually didn't see that. They actually could have potentially thought that he was thing. But now Meteos is using the bait of the... Because wards still see you after you kill them for about like 2 seconds-ish. 2-3 seconds after they die. So now he's just camping here and then just absolutely obliterates this Lee Sin. Which now means that Dragon is literally basically free. So this is really good mind games from Meteos there. Like, even though he had 2300 gold, he knew that someone's going to walk into here, they think that I'm basing, and I can just absolutely just one-shot them. So Meteos now gets a double kill here, and as you can see, he's just put on an absolute clinic right now. 8, 1, and 3. They get a bunch more kills mid. Now decides to base. Dragon's still not spawning for about 20 seconds or so. Has time spend his gold. Buys 2 pink wards, love it. Pink wards, control wards, win games. Alright, just doing Dragon now. So Lee Sin is around. He must be confident that he actually doesn't have Smite right now, so this is actually pretty risky. He needs to drag out the Dragon. So he stops damage here because he's waiting for his Smite to come up, which is in literally like 5 seconds. And Lee Sin can take this pretty much for free if, you know, so the entire team stops and they actually get it. Jin gets it, finishes it off with his 3rd shot, which is good. And they get Lee Sin. So Lee Sin, even though he had a good early start, he's just making like Meteos is just dragging him around the map, making him to make bad decisions and just capitalizing on them. So pretty hard out jungling here by Meteos. Alright, so this is where they should be doing Rift Herald. Let's get a second Rift Herald. Quinn's pushing top. Lee Sin's dead. I don't think Meteos should be walking bot here at all, be thinking about this. I know that he's really strong, he feels like he can kill anyone, but Rift Herald's going to be a really important objective to just really start breaking open this game. So this is pretty bad, and he just backs off anyway, because Pantheon uses ult. So, yeah, bit of, could have got Rift Herald there, but picks off the Tristana here, and just tearing through this team right now. Right, so Rift Herald's an option, but they also have the option 2 are dead, top and ADC, so goes for mid. Lee Sin tries to do a Lee Sin play. Right, so this is where you just need to back off. Quinn is low health. The Orianna here is like no health. No one has ultimates anymore. Spawn time is at 19 minutes, are very low. You cannot be sieging this tower right now. Be efficient. Take their bot side jungle, top side jungle, base, reset, come on the map. It's too late to get Rift Herald now, being 1930. But yeah, like this is really risky. This right here is giving the enemy team an opportunity to get back into the game. So we definitely cannot keep the siege up. Their entire team's going to be up soon. Quinn and Orianna base, so good decision to back off here, but maybe stayed around a little bit too long for my liking. Alright, and I do think this is a really big overstay as well. We know that Oriana wants to base now. She's getting blue. Quinn is not here. Yes, we're looking for picks in the jungle here. They're probably going to walk in, but this is now 3 versus 5. Again, with like no Alistair ultimate. So they even know that you guys are in here right now, but looks like we didn't get the kill on Gragas. Okay, we need to really back out now. This is really greedy by Meteos. Quinn's not here, Oriana's in base. This is always the syndrome that you have when you're really fed. He's 10-1, he thinks he can 1v5. Unfortunately, numbers disadvantage still matters even when you're this far ahead. Like right here, this is just plain fun kill League of Legends, not smart League of Legends. Baron's up, all Meteos' topside jungle up. This is not how you want to be winning this game. And in this game quickly at least. So that does sort of work for them. They're still really far ahead, so against the kills, not really, no. Alright, we should just be resetting. Let's get this Baron control. Let's play this game out methodically. So Meteos goes topside. It's clearing the jungle. Jin's pushing out top. Okay, so Meteos has no pink wards to control River right now because you need to buy Stopwatch, which is a really important item for Olaf with his playstyle and a BF sword, so I could sort of let that go by not buying pink wards. Those items are pretty important. Sort of rule of thumb you think about when you buy control wards on base is if the item's less than like 700 gold, probably minus Stopwatch because that's 600, like buy pink wards instead, but if the item's higher than 700 gold, then just get the slot. Just buy the item and just don't get control wards, if you don't have slots, of course. So we decide to not just push in waves, we're just going to walk straight to the jungle instead of trying to bait Baron slowly because we are pretty far ahead. Sort of risky play, to be honest, but it does work because they're so far ahead. Again, Quinn wasn't even really there for that fight. But 4 are dead, we can just get Baron now. Dragon's respawning soon. Alright, so Lee Sin actually ninjas the dragon there. Which is pretty good by him. I think that was actually denying the 4th dragon for... Oh no, I think that was 3rd dragon. But denying dragons is good for blue team. Alright, team fight happening right now. Pantheon's top. Meteos is literally 14-2 right now, so he can do whatever he wants. Looking to push mid now, get this inhibitor. Can they end? The wave's not around for a while, probably not. Spawn times are still pretty low. Right, so decides, like they definitely cannot end there, decides, right, let's clear the jungle here, potentially reset. Push in top, push in mid, let's end this game methodically. So I like this play, no point going for greedy ends, we're going to win this game anyway. Meteos is 15-2, gets a GA. Chooses the bot side of the map to focus. Like, this is pretty ham again. There is no wave pushed into tower. This is risky League of Legends. Giving any opportunity to get back into this game, but Meteos is obviously confident in his ability to literally like 1v5. Alright, back off now. We need towers. We need to wait for our minion wave to come here. But there is 3 dead, so I think we're just going to run down mid. And the game ends here, so I believe it does anyway. So Meteos ends this game 17-2-8. Really sort of showing how you're going to take over the game as like an Olaf. If you remember, like they were 3-9. It was looking really rough early game, but Meteos knew when to just not help his team, get all the experience in gold taking minions, and that pressure mid, I think that was the huge turning point for this game. He also had a really good priority on getting dragons, even though they were behind in the early stages. Again, punishing Lee Sin. As soon as he shows one side, Meteos went to the other side, took some stuff. That's the mindset as a jungler. Always try and trade for something else. So hope this review was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below. I will, as usual, put all the notes over on my blog attached with the YouTube video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.